Freshman of the Year and the leading three-point shooter in the Southern Conference. Jordan Howard out of Chandler, Arizona, PB, and a guy who could give you a pretty good run for your money, I believe, in a shootout with a shootout.
Good deal.
If you want to step it up. Jordan, congratulations, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Buddy, what a year we had. Almost snuck out on a winning note.
Hey, yeah.
Good trip down to Lake Charles. Almost pulled it off.
Yeah. It was a close game. We played really well, I thought, but just not enough at the end to pull it out.
Just a warning that Coach Pennell's right over your shoulder here, so anything you say about him will be used against you.
There he is.
In a practice gym near you. Coach, welcome in. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Oh, good. Good, Coach. You guys have a long-standing relationship.
Mm-hmm. We do. We know a lot of secrets about each other.
So how did this all come to pass? And I guess, Jordan, let me ask you, how did Coach talk you into coming to Conway, Arkansas from Arizona?
Well, Coach was actually the first coach to ever recruit me, really, out of, I think I was a freshman in high school, and he was at Grand Canyon. And so I've known him since he had his academy at Premier, and he's been coaching me since a young age. So I already knew what kind of man and what kind of coach he was. So I knew I always had somewhere that I could call home, away from home. So as soon I was going through high school, and then I was getting recruited by other schools, and I ended up having an injury. And while I was still being recruited, a lot of the coaches faltered off and didn't recruit me as much, but Coach Russ was always constant, always loyal. And so that was always a big point to me, to stay loyal to him wherever he went. And then when he got the job, I knew this is where I could see myself going.
Yeah, well, we're glad that you did. It worked out well so far this in your career. We got 3 years left, which is very exciting.
Yep.
Now, what a lot of people don't know is you have been dealing with a knee injury all year, and your performance, I think, is just doubly impressive considering that. Talk to me about that and how much difficulty that gave you through the season.
Yeah, it was after Christmas. It was the Morehead State game, and I actually tore my meniscus a little bit. It wasn't major, but it was definitely noticeable, and so I went to the doctor and checked it out, and they said it was torn and I would need surgery eventually, but I could probably play the season, the rest of the season with it. So it was definitely one of the toughest things I've done playing basketball, just knowing there was something else I had to deal with, but I'm really glad I did that, and I think it made me stronger.
So what about, are you getting that worked on?
Yeah, I'm actually planning to have surgery either the end of this week or the beginning of next week. So.
Yeah. And it's your first major injury that you have gone through?
Yeah, other than I had ankle surgery when...
other than that?
Yeah. Well, I had ankle surgery after my sophomore year. It was during the club season, and that's when I was my recruiting was starting to pick up, and then I ended up getting hurt, and it hurt me a little bit, and coaches were kind of offy, and then Coach Russ was always loyal to me, so that's why.
Right, did it pick you up?
Yeah, Jordan actually led the state of Arizona in scoring his junior year, and he had a phenomenal summer, and his recruiting was really high. I was at Grand Canyon at the time, and his dad was my strength coach, so we kind of had an in there. We felt, this is a mistake I think a lot of coaches make. When a kid all of a sudden is going from playing really good to bad, there has to be a reason behind it.
Right.
And I just don't think enough people investigated that, and and I knew what kind of player he was, obviously, but the ankle really slowed him down, and so, our good fortune, because he had, and Jordan's a fantastic student. A lot of people, he wouldn't tell you that, but he had a lot of Ivy League schools on him also. He could have gone that route if he'd have wanted to. So we're just blessed to have him here, and I'm just really proud of his freshman year.
That's an incredible season. I know you guys had just ups and downs, but to be able to have the leadership side of it, really, I mean, at times we've talked to you, there was just, what the players dealing with, and just everything was so new to everybody.
Yeah. I've said before, this is almost like we started a new basketball program, a new school, so to speak, because our coaches had no knowledge of the Southland Conference. Our players had no knowledge. We didn't know our players didn't know us. I mean, we had some relationships, but we had never really been together. And so
you didn't even have guys that had been there that could kind of take the younger guys through
not at all.
Even layup lines.
That's exactly right.
You had to go through layup lines.
We actually, before the season started, practiced one-day warm-ups. And so we had to do all those things, and we never lost a warm-up.
There you go. Good.
But You know, it was that part of it. I think we'll look back and see it's really what is going to make this program, because we were able to kind of start together from the beginning. We didn't have to weed out players from the past or anything else. It was just fresh and new. And while we took our lumps, now that we've gotten through it, I'm glad we were able to do it that way.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. That's what we're going to be saying in a couple of years.
It's just it's amazing. Usually when you have somebody, freshman of the year, he has other guys to lean on. I mean, he has a senior that's been through to kind of teach him a little bit. The little thing of where's the chow hall? What can you get something to eat late at night when you get back off of a road trip?
Yeah, even the
that.
Most of the upperclassmen were new guys. And we had a couple of juniors on the roster, but they were new to campus too. So yeah, there was some of that. Ethan Lee, the sophomore, was the old head as far as guys that knew their way around a little bit.
That's your buddy, isn't it?
Is that what you call him, old head?
Yeah, that's my boy.
What's your nickname?
J.O. They just call me
J.O.
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 I'm not sure why.
I don't know how I got that.
I think it's one of our assistants. No, it's one of our assistants, Matt Shabinsky. He can't spell.
Okay. He's like, how do I spell his first name?
Jordan Howard, J.O.
Stay with J.O.
He ran out of ideas after the J.O.
Yeah.
This team has gotten significantly better the last few games.
I think so. And the game against McNeese, I was really happy. I hated we lost, and I told the guys I was really sorry we didn't get the win. But that was the most complete game we played.
Yeah.
And, because we had a lead, we squandered the lead, we got the lead back. And honestly, they had to hit two really, really tough shots late in that game to win it. One of them was against Jordan. The guy drove across the lane, Pat, and he's almost out of the lane, throws up an old school hook shot, and it goes in. So those things happen to you, but
Which may be
really
the most indefensible shot in basketball.
You can't block that shot.
No, you can't block that shot. They don't want to work on that, J.O.
I got it.
It was a tough shot, and then we had a decent. I mean, it wasn't a great look. I mean, it was like 25 feet, but I mean,
it was dead on the hole.
Yeah, my man.
Hit the back of the rim. Thatch Unruh had a really good look at the end, but
you got a few guys that could push Pat, I think, in a three-point shot.
Well, I don't know about that. I'd like him to come over and do a shooting clinic for us, maybe get us better. But what's interesting? I looked it up. We made 196 threes this year as a team, and 155 of them were by freshmen. So that kind of bodes well for the future.
Yeah, that's a lot of percentage of your offense coming back.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
His folks are, they were on a couple of road trips, just great people and very involved, and they're just the kind of parents, kind of like your parents, supportive but not like, they're not like those parents that are too involved.
They kind of like staying out of the
Jordan's dad was a running back at the University of Indiana.
Yeah, he played for Lee Corso. Coach Corso.
Really?
Yeah, sure did.
He played fullback.
He's got some stories about him, huh? He just seems like one of those
He played for like
coaches.
3 guys in 4 years at Indiana.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Purdue, right? Purdue?
It was Indiana.
Indiana, okay.
Yeah.
So he understands that coach relationship.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He trains all of his sons, but he was our strength coach. Chuck's been doing that for years, and he's still the head strength coach at Grand Canyon, and just a really fine gentleman. He's one of my really good friends, a guy that I can expect a phone call from after every game, good, bad, or indifferent, and it's always, how are you doing? Hang in there. We support you. And just wonderful people, and probably as close to me as any friend I have. And so like Jordan said, we go way back. Jordan was I think a 5th or 6th grader when he started in our academy years ago, and we would never expect that it'd come to this today, but it's one of those great stories.
Did you have to tear that football out of his hand though? I'm pretty sure Dad probably see you slanging that thing around.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. None of us decided to play football other than like flag football, but he never really pushed it because he knew how physical and what it did to his body.
Yeah.
And once we started playing basketball, he always supported us. So
I'd say good choice.
Yeah.
It's worked out well for you.
I think so too.
Yeah.
What position would you have played though?
I don't know.
He could have been like a flanger. I mean, he would have been like a receiver,
Probably
corner,
kicker or something.
There you go.
Come on, you're a guy that needs a ball in your hand.
Yeah, wide receiver or something.
All right.
So what do you do now? You're gonna go home for the surgery or stay here?
I'm gonna stay here and do the surgery. They say I should be able to walk after, so it's just a little recovery and a little rehab and stuff. So I'll do that because I'm going home for spring break to Arizona. So
You doing summer league?
Not Lake Havasu.
no.
Okay, be
What'd you
careful.
We're going to summer league. Summer league play?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I'm not sure yet.
Remember, there's going to be videotapes everywhere, pictures, all that. Okay,
exactly.
my man?
That's the thing I like about Jordan. He's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Because he can have fun without a big crowd. So that's nice.
Coach, we like reading the headlines of Jordan Howard earns freshman of the year, not those other kind of
How
headlines.
many threes did we end up with?
Right.
I lost track during the game because he hit 5. The other
Total?
day. 70-something? 77?
77?
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Led the league. Led
Yes.
the league in makes, and that's a great honor.
There's no question. 77 threes, that's a ton. What was the most you had in a season?
I don't know, I think it was 98.
Yeah,
but
so
that's
shoot
still
for
a,
it.
Wow. That's a lot.
What's next, though? That's what I want to ask.
I don't know. A championship.
Player of the year. And I like that.
Championship.
That's good. Coach, we'll talk to you soon. Am I going to see you? You going to be out recruiting this week? We're going to see you around town?
Probably will.
Okay, I look forward to that.
We will too.
Jordan, good luck with the surgery. Hope everything goes smoothly, my man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it for everything.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Good luck, my young man.
Thanks,
brother.
you guys, man. Appreciate it.
Coach, always good to see you, boss.
Take a quick